If you're a real estate agent and you hang around other real estate agents, you've probably seen some of them acting like this.
Breathe. T'Challa. Breathe. Breathe.
Or if you're like me, you've had conversations like this.
Hey Marvin, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
You haven't seen the news?
What news?
You would think with a name like Marvin, you would know what's going on, man.
I see what you did there, and that was really good. Or you're having conversations like this.
Marvin, I tell you, it's over for us, man. It's over.
What do you mean over?
You haven't seen the news? It's Coitons for us as real estate agents. It's Coitons.
But fear not, your brother, your uncle, your favorite realtor's favorite realtor is coming to you today with a video that's going to give you 5 real estate adjacent business ideas that you can start today. So I covered this in a previous video that you can watch in the link below. There was some recent news that has a lot of real estate agents in an uproar about the recent NAR settlement and what that's going to mean for us as real estate professionals representing buyer clients. As a guy with over 25 years of sales experience, most of my careers have paid me through commissions. So I quickly realized once I became a real estate agent that it is incredibly important to be as diversified as possible in any industry you're a part of. The businesses I'm going to talk about in today's video can be done by anyone. You do not need a real estate license to create any of these businesses. Many of them have $0 cost to start. I was thinking about agents that are out there that are truly panicking right now over the potential changes that are going to happen in our industry. I've laid out every one of these businesses in order from easiest to start to somewhat complex. Business idea number 1 is starting a moving company. Let's say, for example, I have a business and let's just call it Marv's Movers. Not saying that this company really exists, but hypothetically, if I was starting a moving company today, it's pretty straightforward in order to get this business up and running. If you're a real estate professional, however, you've already got a baked-in client base that you can pitch your moving services to, and all you typically have to do as a licensed agent is disclose to your client that you own a moving company. You should be in the clear. This business would literally cost you $0 to start. All you would need to get this up and running would be a social media account. Social media alone is the #1 driver of free lead traffic to most businesses. By starting your social media account for your moving company, you would already have a leg up on potential leads that will find you. When they sell their property, there's usually tons of items in that home, like that gigantic china cabinet in grandma's house that they'd much rather not have to lug when they sell that property. So by simply obtaining the necessary licenses and insurances, you can be that go-to moving company for that client. Let's say that client has agreed to let you move their items and they pay you a deposit. That deposit can be used towards the rental of that truck that you're going to need. And most U-Hauls, for example, have a flat fee depending on the size of the truck, and you might pay a little bit per mile. So by being very strategic on where you rent that truck from, depending on where that client is moving from or to, you'll have a great way to calculate the estimated mileage that that move is going to take. You can simply charge them a deposit that will cover the cost of rental and estimated mile, and make sure that your customer service and your prices are top notch. Because you're brand new, you definitely are going to want to be as competitive as possible. Once you start in this endeavor, maybe call around a few moving companies and have them give you a quote depending on a 3-bedroom house, a 4-bedroom house, and more. That way you'll have an idea of what your competitors are charging. And if you'd like to come in a little bit lower than that, at least you know the price you're quoting your clients is a good price. Now, the next business that you want to look into doing is very similar to the moving company, and that's a junk haul business. Now, let's say, again, hypothetically, that there is a company called Marv's Junk Haulers. Now, this business is very similar to having a moving business, only instead of helping people load their items into the truck and then drop those items off at another home, you are helping individuals get rid of years and years and years of junk that they have collected and they no longer desire. Starting this business is identical to starting a moving company in every way, but the only difference is that you're going to want to make sure that you have relationships with landfills or what they call transfer centers, depending on where you live, as a place that you can go and dump that junk that you collect from individuals' homes. Some of the items in the home may actually be of value, so you even will have the ability, once the person has given you the items to get rid of, you can can turn around and in some cases, if there's something of value, maybe even sell those items. If it's not something you necessarily want to keep, but you think it's too good to go to a landfill, you can donate it to a Goodwill. You've got a lot of options that you can do with this business that could create additional income streams for you as well. In this case, you're going to need a dump truck, and the size of the dump truck would depend on how much junk you need to haul. You can call around a few dump truck companies and see which ones offer rental services. And again, you will charge the deposit to that client based on how much it will cost to rent out that truck. Now, the next business idea that you can look into is starting a cleaning business. I know. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So starting a cleaning business will be an amazing idea for recurring revenue, especially when you're helping your buyer clients move into that property and you just completely impress them by offering a make-ready service, because in a lot of cases, y'all, a seller does not leave that house in any type of good shape once they've sold and gotten their money from the closing table. So it's important for me to make sure that I line up really good cleaning companies for my clients. And I've done this enough that if I hypothetically had a business called Marv's Cleaners, you see a recurring theme here. Now I have a one-stop shop that can not only help them with mover services, help them with junk hauler services if there was junk left in the home. Having a cleaning business will now be another business that creates a recurring revenue stream, because we're always needing our homes cleaned on a regular basis. To start a cleaning company, it's pretty easy and straightforward. You're just going to want to make sure that you have reliable cleaners that do a great job and show up on time. When you're cleaning a home, you want to make sure that you're not in those properties for longer than you need to be, that you have a team that are incredibly efficient and can get the job done in a timely manner so that you can move on to the next property. This business, like the previous two, will require a strong social media presence, because people are going to want to see proof of concept, maybe having a before picture and an after showing that your company is doing an amazing job cleaning homes. With these businesses, you can absolutely market yourself to other real estate professionals in your office, because I have folks asking me all the time if I know a good cleaning company, if I know a good moving company. So this can create multiple opportunities to make money as a real estate agent if you're seriously concerned that the NAR settlement's going to hurt your business in any way. Hey, if you've made it this far in the video and you are a real estate professional, consider partnering with me here at Real Brokerage. Pay nothing per month, get a fantastic split, and you have the opportunity to build a business through revenue share and stock purchases. Book a call at the link below in today's video, and I'm happy to have a conversation on why I was able to grow my business exponentially by moving my practice to Real Brokerage. All right, back to the video. Last two businesses that we're going to talk about today, and if you've been getting value, smash the like button. It's greatly appreciated, and subscribe to the channel for more. The last two that we're going to talk about do require you to get certain licenses under your belt, but it's very straightforward in order to start these businesses. We're talking about becoming a mortgage loan officer. In a real estate transaction as a client, most clients will only see you and I as the real estate professionals throughout the transaction. When they start the home buying process, they may not meet face-to-face the actual loan officer that's processing their pre-approval, but that loan officer, trust and believe, is going to be making some good money from the comfort of their home or office. Being a mortgage loan officer is one of the easiest licenses to get. It doesn't take as long as getting a real estate license, for example, but you can make amazing money helping individuals finance their dream home. To become a really good mortgage loan officer, you're definitely going to want to build strong relationships with other real estate agents. You might decide to be the type of mortgage loan officer that shops the rate with different lenders. That's perfectly up to you. You're absolutely going to want to make sure that you have a strong presence on social media. The last thing that you're going to need to be a successful loan officer is you're going to need to be the go-to person that's keeping your clients and other real estate agents up to date on what's going on in the market. If interest rates have dropped or you foresee interest rates going up based on the data, you're going to want to make sure that you're keeping folks up to date and in the know. When my buyer clients ask me different questions about interest rates, I can answer confidently in a few areas, but if it's specific to their situation, 9 times out of 10, I will refer them back to their loan officer so that they can walk through the different questions and maybe fires that may be arising throughout the contract process. Being a really good loan officer is incredibly key to having a successful business. Now, if you are a licensed real estate agent and you're thinking about getting your MLO license, you can do it in most cases, but you're going to want to make sure that your broker is okay with you actually helping clients that are interested in getting pre-approved. and also representing them as the real estate agent. In most cases, you're going to need to hand one of those two sides of the transaction off to another real estate agent. But if you're a couple, for example, and one person has their real estate license and the other person gets their MLO license, 9 times out of 10, you're in the clear, as long as, again, you disclose the relationship. And lastly, the 5th real estate adjacent business that you can start today is becoming a home inspector. The person that is the Robin to my Batman is my home inspector. He has been the greatest thing since sliced bread for me and my clients. Because when you have a good home inspector, that person can create the type of peace of mind that you cannot put a dollar sign next to. And being a real estate inspector, especially if you're the type of person that pays attention to detail, will allow you to make really good money, because I keep my home inspector busy. I would say definitely looking to become a home inspector in the new year. You have to get the certification required, but it's pretty straightforward. It's a couple classes and tests that you have to take. Also, we'll need certain equipment such as thermal imaging cameras, a really good drone, and moisture meters. These are some of the tools of the trade that I've seen my real estate inspector use to do his job. And again, you have to be the type of person that pays attention to detail, because you're going to need to generate reports that break down everything that you saw on that day and nothing that you did not see, as well as a comprehensive explanation of what may be deferred maintenance or what may be something that is urgent and a potential safety hazard. These 5 business ideas are just a sampling of the businesses that you can start if you're just terrified that real estate commissions are going to go away. Fortunately, a lot of what you're seeing on the media is sensationalized. The only thing that's going to change with the NAR settlement is that the commissions cannot be posted on MLS websites. That's it. Listing agents know that they're going to need buyer's agents more often than not to facilitate transactions. But if you're completely terrified about this, that should be more than enough of a reason to be diversified. If you have any ideas of businesses that are real estate adjacent, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy videos like this from the channel, be sure to click one of these 2 videos here. And this is your brother, your uncle, your favorite realtor's favorite realtor, signing off. Diversified. That should be more than enough of a reason.